For the first time in 10 years, this is the first protest of Save Siege. Now, this is not only just complaining, it's actually solutions. And not only from me, you can take it from the biggest creators in the scene. I wanted to give a shout out to Spoit and Elegance for gathering everyone like this. And they've even gotten Jinxie on board. That's how serious this movement is. This is the greatest protest that Siege history will probably ever see. Because if this doesn't work out and Ubisoft says, F the creators, let's just go ahead and fix dual front and pour millions of dollars more into it, then there's nothing we can do about it. So we have many tweets right here. The main one, as you guys can see right here, this is how many creators. This is many more. You have Uzi, Skittles, Coconut Bra, Garfield, Jinxie, Tequil, Bolo, Fett, Stompin', Spoit, Pox, me, Roy, Rasco, Kudos, Pineapple, George, Varsity, Mingo,
Athieno,
and I'm not sure whose logo this is, but this actually looks like 7 lines. If you know, you know. So yeah, let's just go ahead and look at the first thing. So we have hashtag Save Siege right here. It's a joint creator statement. We love Siege, but it needs real attention. These are actionable steps that could bring creators, players, and Ubisoft back on the same page. The biggest thing right now is that there's a very big disconnect between Ubisoft and devs and the community. The only way we communicate is through like monthly patch notes and shit like that, and it's rough. So this is what needs to change. Anti-cheat and fair play, we're going to start, is implement stronger anti-cheat measures. Improve detection, ring 0 anti-cheat. Create manual review teams for bans active 24/7. I would love to see this with, you know, I guess it's a little bit, it could be biased to give it to creators because you'd be like, oh, we just lost this guy. But really, if you gave it to the people who signed this, these people right here, we wouldn't ban someone, oh, this guy just hit a nice shot on me, I'm going to ban him. No. If we have true evidence, clips, you know, we look at a stat tracker. If it's blatant that this guy's cheating and he's shooting through walls, let's get him banned. But there is that like dark curtain that like Ubisoft might want to keep cheaters around because they buy the game and have helped the player count. But who knows? That's more of just a side yap. Provide creator tools, manuals for moderation. This is what we just talked about. Like personally, I probably could have gotten maybe like 1 or 2, you know, UB employees to help me manual ban people. I'm sure like other big creators that really care about that do that. But I personally, when I go against a cheater, man, I'll just report them, but I like to cannot be bothered to like try to get them banned because it's just, I feel like that is more on Ubisoft's side to do. But if I had the power to do that, I would take it more seriously, of course. But obviously, we're not in the position to do that. And sue major leakers who repeatedly damage the game's release pipeline. Yeah, this, I guess, yeah, like, okay, would you guys say leaks are good or bad for the game? There's an argument that leaks could help hype up the game. We see this in Fortnite. But yeah, it can be tough when like everyone knows what the new operator is, especially when it's mid. And then we're like, and then people are always like, oh, so basically this operator is just this, and that. That obviously is a community perspective, but yeah, I think leaks to an extent can be good sometimes to help build hype. Moving on to creator support and tools, several titles have now experienced effective and friendly new player onboarding via Sandbox style. So I think Coconut brought this one up, but yeah, you know, obviously I respect Coconut that he's able to do this hide and seek and all that kind of stuff and make the most out of what we have. Like a lot of the times, the most Sandbox thing we can get about Siege is by literally breaking the game. Like, you know what I mean? People vaulting on stuff and like getting off the map and getting in ridiculous spots that probably don't belong in the game. But yeah, I think, yeah, Coconut brought it up during this call, but it would be things like turning off fall damage or, you know, making it so we can choose a different operator. But I've always said this, and it's very obvious now, is like Siege is so binary. And it's like this game was never meant to be a hit. This game was never really meant to last long. It was just, I mean, Ubisoft, honestly, I hate to say it, but I feel like they just got lucky. Because we all know they love to make new games all the time and try to compete with everyone. But it's like they spread their eggs to too many fucking baskets, and they just like, they never really hit anything. And Luckily, we have Siege, maybe Assassin's Creed. I forgot the other game that makes them a couple $1 billion, but yeah, it's getting a sandbox mode is like, because Siege is so like 5v5 bomb, no respawn, and if it's not any of that, then it's like super hard to implement new stuff. But you know, I don't know if the Siege is like too far gone, like it's the way it was made. You know what I'm saying? Like it was only made to be a 5v5, not have all these extra things, kind of like how Fortnite does or anything other game. Yeah, people believe, or us, we believe that sandbox mode would be better than more resources in a dual front. All right, let me type 1 in that chat if you want more resources to a sandbox custom mode, or type 2 if you want to put more resources in the dual front. Bro, I don't even know what's happening in dual front. Like, do people do they get updates? Do people play it? I don't even know what like goes on there. CS2 integrates community-made maps Siege could follow. Yeah, I feel like obviously this would require more like map knowledge into, you know, making a good map. But yeah, you know, like maybe kind of how in Fortnite, you know, let's say a creative map blows up, right? Then like, you know, Ubisoft can see like, oh, these are the top 3 maps that people are playing a lot, and then it could be, you know, like I feel like Siege would be really cool if they don't want to branch out to be like Fortnite where it's like battle royale, now it's fucking steal a brain rot or whatever. I feel like creative really went crazy in freaking, what do you call it, in Fortnite. But in Siege, we can have all these great ideas, but make it military based. For example, a 1v1, 2v2 mode. Call it, I don't know, the range or something like that. Like make it so it's like a practice, kind of like similar to the Gulag in Call of Duty, but it's like, yeah, it's first to 4. And dude, if they love to make, what is it, like sandball trailers of the like making Siege in Olympics and making them super like camaraderie, bro, there's nothing wrong with like, you know, them having like a face-off in a 1v1. It doesn't always have to be a bomb mode. Eases development pressure on Ubisoft by allowing community developers to build within the game and provide more content. Dude, we barely even get like an update on what's like anything every few months by them. And yeah, I truly just think Ubisoft does not give a fuck. If they barely give up for any other game, I don't see why they would do it for this game, even if it makes them money. They're just going to see how we can just milk the players. It's just very incompetent decisions from them. Gameplay and balance. Roll back the limb damage update, at least for shield operators. What do y'all think about the limb damage? Is that a W or L? Let's say you shoot someone in the arm or the leg with a DMR and it only does like 30, 20 damage. Do you guys like that or not? Especially with SMGs. Also, giving ACOGs back to previous remove operators. Consider return of the 1.5 scope. Ooh. Okay, yes or no? Should they bring back the 1.5 scope, chat? Honestly, Siege is in the biggest hole. I feel like that would just get us out, at least our head above water, man. I actually did hear Jaeger's getting his ACOG for like an anniversary mode or something like that, like a new event soon, which is cool. But if we have to wait for another year for that, it's too late, bro. That's a big issue right now. Is like yes, okay, maybe they just started turning the tide and hearing us at the Ubisoft HQ, but it's like, all right, guys, it's gonna take 1 year for us to add this in. It's like, what? But I did hear that, I mean, I think I'm allowed to say this, but like if Ubisoft or like the people at the Siege devs like wanted to create something or do something, it takes a long time to review it. For example, like I heard that like skins in the game can take up to 6 months just to implement it. For example, when I got my charm in game, it took me 6 months for it to come in. They contacted me for that. And I heard that like for a charm, it has to be 1 month to make the idea, 1 month to, you know, put it under different lighting and all that kind of stuff. Another month to have someone manually go around all the maps and see if it bugs out or not and looks good. And another month to fix anything, add any new changes. And then the last 2 months obviously would just be extra. So it's like every skin you see in the battle pass probably took 6 months to like make it and put it in. So yeah, it's just like anything we want now, like realistically, this save Siege movement, I wouldn't be surprised if this all just hit them 6 months later. like halfway through year 11, we've heard your calls about this, and that. And it's just like, oh, bro. Nerf shields slightly to make them more supportive, not dominant. I feel like it was kind of good taking away shield's hipfire, but making them sprint at you like a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, yeah, that's a little problematic, especially in a game with limited movement. But yeah, shields are like, they're killable, but they're definitely too effective. Focus on buffs for low pick rate operators rather than nerfing high pick rate. Now, this is a little bit double-edged, because like we don't want to make useless buffs for like the bottom 5 defenders and attackers, and it's normal. It's like regular Darwinism. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's okay for operators to be at the bottom of the pick rate. But if they have a high pick rate, I don't think it immediately means they're too OP. Let's take away what makes them good. For example, like remember when they started doing recoil changes? Oh, hey, you guys love Ash R4C. Let's just give it so much recoil that you can't use it past 10 meters. Crazy. And like same with, I mean, I've said it multiple times, but like when magnified scopes were only on a few defenders, rotating it, taking it off and putting it on people was not a balance change. Oh, this person's gadget sucks. Let's give them 1.5. Oh, the pick rate's super high. Let's take it away. Like, what the fuck? Dude, you just gave a solution for a different problem. Reintroduce hostage and secure area to ranked. Now, would you guys like a separate mode, ranked mode for hostage and secure area? I was against this idea at first. I was like, bro, that's ludicrous. But then it's like, as the time goes on, I realized that like Siege hates making new shit. They love reworking things and minimal effort on making new stuff in this game. I don't know if they picked a wrong new dev team or something, but I hate reworks in the game. I hate making a whole season around like, it's just like nothing really changed. There's nothing new to look forward to. It's kind of like, oh, this person like, got a new gun or something like that. Cool, Introduce separate ranked ladders, 1v1, 2v2, 5v5. Yes, we talked about that. Or just rank 2.0. Okay, so this is a hard one because the devs love rank 2.0. I don't know if they personally like it or if they're told by the higher ups to like believe that. But okay, like I did hear from a news source that rank 2.0 has like 5 times the more matches happening. For example, let's say, in 1.0 you have less matches going on, but they're more higher quality. But now more matches are happening. People are able to get like 1-minute queues, but it's because the player rank pools have been, combined. You're facing up against people 2 ranks higher or below with you. So it's like glorified quick match or like unranked basically. And dude, I mean, if that sounds crazy, what if I told you that your rank actually is not your actual rank? It's a completely almost a separate rank. Like you have people of champion skill who start at copper at times, and it shows on screen that you're copper. It's like, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. It's purely just for like lying to you. If you bring back ranked 1.0 while an alternative is built as opposed to making people wait over a year in the hopes a positive change will come, understand this will impact queue times, but people will prefer to wait than have the time wasted within the server. Would you guys be okay waiting 5 to 15 minutes, obviously 15 is more like if you're a higher rank, for a higher quality match? Or would you guys rather have like 1-minute queue times, but you're having, more of a wider pool? Make rank progression reward skill, not time. Yes, I don't know. It's just like, okay, overall, all the changes that have happened in the past 3 years is to make Siege mainstream, to appeal, to lower the skill gap for players who can't get good at it. That's just the harsh reality of it. This is a 18 and up tactical FPS based on military stuff. Why are we making it so like little Timmy or the little sibling or some dude who doesn't even play FPSs can get super easy into Siege? But what does that do? That changes the skill gap and fundamental for people who play this game longer. It's like he's like you can max out, you can like experience being a noob to like a high level player if you really wanted to in like less than a year. It's crazy. I don't understand that. But obviously that's more for like on paper ranked and data. They love that shit. But there shouldn't be 10,000 plus 15,000 champions in the game. That makes no sense for the highest rank. It's like, what? It's just participation trophies. No more changes to the game based on pick rate, X win rate, graph data. So yes, to an extent. But I think a really good example I heard from George is, have you noticed that Ashe has been like the top 3 attacker for like forever since she came out? But she's not completely nerfed to the ground, although she has gone through a few nerfs of removing, getting an Ashe heart taken away, getting her flashbangs taken away. R4C went through like 3 recoil nerfs, but she's still very good now. And although her pick rate is pretty high, it's like, what else more can you do to Ashe? You're gonna fucking give her 5 cheeseburgers and make her a 2-speed? Like, speed changes are just a thing in the past. I personally think Zofia should be back to 2-2, but you know, no, Zofia needs to be in the back lines and only used for utility. She may not be used for an entry. Hate that shit. But now that we move on to cosmetics and creative direction, develop new skin bundles every 2 weeks, matching modern market standards. I feel like 2 weeks is a little fast, but I heard in Valorant they do that a lot. I kind of like how like Ubisoft or Valorant has like the marketplace or the shop, whatever it's called. Yeah, and it rotates. I feel like I rarely ever, I mean, because I obviously play this game a lot, I have a lot of cosmetics, but I feel like normally I don't check the shop much because it's like, unless I'm willing to pay absurd amounts of money for skins or buy the battle pass, which I would do at the beginning of the season, I don't really check the new tab but like I feel like there should be like an incentive to be like, oh my god, it's Friday, let's check what new skins have been added. But the rotating shop occurs FOMO. Cool. Well, FOMO keeps people on the game. I hate to use that word because keep people on the game is kind of in a bad light right now with she becoming mainstream. But I feel like that'd be cool. Like, imagine they rotated like, I mean, kind of like similar to Fortnite item shop. It's like, oh my god, oh the Valk skin's back, or like, I don't know, the drone skin is back or something like that. Yeah, like the Paragon style, like, oh, it's only out for a week, you know, we should get it. And then maybe bring it back in like a few months. Custom colors for your team. Okay. I know this is Rainbow Six Siege, but I don't know if we should do that. I don't know about that, bro. Add a toggle for tactical realism to hide cosmetics. Oh my god. We cannot latch on this factor of tactical realism being the reason that we don't make more cosmetics anymore is clearly so basically what they're saying right here is like they feel like there's a lack of production of cool skins because they're scared to like make it unfair in the game. However, I love the feature that you could just press a button in the settings and it would turn off everyone's skin. However, we all know Ubisoft is not that advanced. They can, I mean, I feel like they can do like the bare minimum to do that. That would require more like coding in the skins and lighting, but again, I just feel like if this game was made 5 years ago, maybe even 7, it would be on a bit more of an updated engine. But obviously, like I said, I feel like Siege was not meant to be a big game. It was kind of just like, hey, we're gonna make a 5v5 tactical shooter and nothing else. And all these changes is like an argument. Why wouldn't they just make a Siege 2? I don't have the best argument for that right now, but like pros of a Siege 2, obviously new engine, maybe even hire a new team. Yeah, like a new directive team and like a better engine and all that kind of stuff. And just overall allow a good base to allow more changes to happen in the future instead of being super limited. Like currently, it feels like the normal build of Siege is like so limited on what they can do. It's like trying to make 10 different dishes of food when you're only limited to fucking, I don't know, chicken, rice, and fucking broccoli. It's like, how much more variance of that can you do without having to like introduce new resources and all that kind of stuff? But the downsides of a Siege 2, I guess, would I mean, off the top of my head, I'm sure they can fix it, but I guess, you know, carrying over progression from the first one to the second one, like renown, credits, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I feel like, dude, imagine launch like Siege 2. Oh my God, bro. All the new hype and content. That'd be so sick. Functionality at player and experience improved. Test server incentives participation has dropped from 10K under to 1K. Yeah, so I didn't really play a lot of test server back in the day because I was on console and just overall I just didn't really play it much. But yeah, it's like, dude, they're making changes on the test server based off of like 500 people playing. And they decide like how they nerfed Denari. You guys know like Denari, you know, remember how Denari got nerfed in like what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks is all it took for him to get nerfed. Oh wow, you can use Denari a lot on a lot of bomb sites and you're playing exactly how he should be, you know, dynamic. Let's go ahead and nerf him, you know. Fuck, man. Reassess movement, slow down. Oh, man, yeah. If it's fair but kills player retention, it needs review. So this is like ADS movement. Should they bring old movement back in Siege? Let me just show you what like old movement kind of looks like. Let's just look up like a Bolo video. This is peak movement right here, man. Oh, yes.
But he could get fragged out if Bolo swings at the proper time. But he's playing...
Like, so look at this. He's using angle grip, by the way. Bro, the Zoomers nowadays, they think angle grips is fast to reload. This was his faster ADS time.
All hopping inside. This could be it. Fultz with a big kill. It's all down
when
to
you would
Bolo,
ADS,
the man, the myth, the legend.
Your like character will look a lot more like smooth and snappy. Now it's kind of just like it's like a point A, point B, in, out, up, down, left, right, and not very long.
Can he possibly do it?
Buttery movement. Rework chat system, dude. I saw a picture of someone saying water is wet in the all chat and they got marked as offensive. Water is wet, chat, marked as offensive. You can get banned for that shit. What else? You can't say like your mom or either like in the voice chat or you get fucking insta muted or some shit. It's crazy. Like for a game that has characters cussing in the game, Clash calls you a fucking Muppet. But I guess in an 18-up game, bro, we can shoot people, but we can't call people stupid. It's crazy. Remove or refine penalties for voice chat, text chat. This is like, you know, basically if you want to play ranked again because you said a bad word, you're going to have to play 30 quick matches. We're on North Korea settings for this one, bro. Add an option to disable crossplay. Okay, I still don't know why this is not a thing. This should have been a thing like a week after the new season came out. Okay, I understand, you know. Oops, we made it so PC can't turn off crossplay. But I'm assuming since PC has the advantage over console players, they might think like, okay, well, why don't we just give the console players an option if they want to play higher skill level lobbies? But PC, you don't have an option because we need matches to happen faster. I feel like there's a lot of times where that does happen. It's like hidden communicate. They don't communicate with us because it's like we know that the real answer to this change is a little based on, you know, player retention or data. So we're just not going to tell you that. You can definitely see that a lot as time goes on. A continued line of communication to address and tackle all the issues. Bro, the max you can do to report a cheater nowadays is send an email into Oblivion and hope that they see it. Oh, you sent it on a Saturday or Sunday? Well, good luck, bro. Oh, you sent it during a, you know, Monday through on a weekday? Oh, shoot, bro, I got off, you know. It's like people are on like work schedules and that, and like if they don't see it like probably half through the day, it's like it's not gonna get checked. The report option is probably the best thing you can do. Yeah, it's just like I really wish there was more a stronger communication for stuff like that. This post isn't an attack on Ubisoft. It's a desperate effort to turn the tide for Rainbow Six Siege. The game's decline has been steep and visible. It's not difficult to understand why. Siege has been mismanaged for far too long. And it's clear that Ubisoft has grown disconnect from what the community truly values and needs to keep this game alive. We aren't here to tear the game down. We're here to fight for it. We want Siege to succeed. Okay, we got an 07 in the chat to make sure Ubisoft sees this. We want Siege to succeed and thrive again, and to once more be the tactical shooter that inspired millions of players and creators. Our voices aren't coming from hate, but from love and urgency. We need to be heard before it's too late. before the creator base disappears and before there's nothing to rebuild. Sincere, all of your beloved creators. You know what I feel like? I feel like Ubisoft would read all this and see this movement and be like, damn, bro, that's crazy. Let's add millions of dollars more in a dual front and just keep the game how it is. I don't think they're going to listen to this, but it's worth a shot, man. At least we can say on our side that it will happen. But yeah, all of us have retweeted this, and if we go from Bolos to right here, Siege is the best FPS, the greatest FPS to ever exist. Let me see if I can find it, bro. Let me see if I can find my ad. I don't know if I can find my ad for this game, but actually I might be able to find it. I'm gonna find my ad for this. A lot of people have told me, same person by the way. Guys.
Siege blows any other FPS out of the water. I don't care what anybody says, you're wrong.
It still does. It still does blow every other FPS in the water. It's unfortunate that it's owned by a company who doesn't really agree with that. Because we're trying to make this game into Call of Duty. Why? Dude, you know what's crazy? I didn't know they promoted this ad so much. Bro, they promoted. I had people from my bowling alley tell me they saw me on an ad, or like a lot of my friends saw me in this ad, but they all know I stream.
Siege blows any other FPS out of the water. I don't care what anybody says, you're wrong.
Yeah, they caught me on a bad angle, bro. I was fucking had breakouts in my face. I was bloated, but that's not the issue here. Siege is the greatest FPS to ever exist, although many people share that same feeling. Sometimes there's too many obstacles to truly enjoy the game we love. You're a bowling alley? Bro, what's wrong with me bowling, bro? I almost hit a 600 series earlier, bro. Just choked. From the massive influx of cheaters to lack of content, we are sadly losing to many members of the community. I don't know the proper solutions, as it's understandably a hard position to be in. However, this list is a collective. I fucking can't read. Yo. Bro, the other day I was reading something like this and someone fucking said copper reading, bro. However, this is a collective of some creators' long and short-term goals of the game. We need someone to stop the bleeding. I love Siege and I don't plan on leaving. Bolo says he does not plan on leaving, chat. Bolo does not plan on leaving, and we go to Varsy's tweet right here, guys. Even Pro League is trying to save Siege.
Yeah. Also, I want to talk to I want to shout out to the devs, and we just want them to save Siege because the current state of the game is completely unplayable. So we just want them.
Wait, hold up. Give me a second. Hold up. That's right, you're right.
Yeah. Also, I want to talk to I want to shout out to the devs, and we just want them to save Siege because the current state of the game is completely unplayable. So we just want them to do something about it, like for everyone. The game is completely unplayable right now.
Thank you, Solotov. And right now, let's go for a break. We'll be right back.
Damn, he said the game is completely unplayable right now.
But they actually they did that on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. On that broadcast, they said, yo, game is dog shit. Fix it. That's what they said. Damn, bro. That's crazy, man. Well, guys, to end off this video, can we get a hashtag save Siege in the chat? It's, again, guys, us creators, we're not bashing the game. We should have no reason to make these videos, but we have to. It's like, because we are the only marketing for this game. Like, when was the last time you saw a Siege ad besides Siege X? Because they poured copious amounts of money in that. Save Siege. And a lot of creators have left, gone to different games, trying new games. But honestly, that's what we get for relying on one game. It's not their Ubisoft's fault. But yeah, man, I'm thinking about trying Arc Raiders, Battlefield, and things of that nature. But yeah, man. You know, we don't have to worry about that if Siege fixes up. Oh no, Logi, crash out income. Yo, stop fucking bringing that shit up, bro. Fucking stop, man. It's really ridiculous.